Hello everyone, my name is Willie and I want to welcome everyone to my blog. Um, I decided to start this blog as a way to express my opinions about things that concern me and things that I think that are relevant to me, and maybe they'll be relevant to you as well. I would like to start off by saying that I wish everyone a happy new year, and I hope that everyone has a very prosperous and healthy 2011. What is my vlog about? Well, my vlog is going to be about things that I think that are very relevant to me as a human being, as a citizen of this nation, as a citizen of planet Earth. One day we could talk about politics. The next day we could talk about religion. Talk about a very wide, diverse range of subjects on this vlog. And I will do as much research as I can so that I bring you a very educated opinion from my side of the things that concern me and the things that are going on around the world, and maybe things that you think about as well. If you want to send me comments, please do, because if you agree with something that I say or you disagree with something that I say, please let me know. And when you send those emails to me or those comments to me, I will take and I will read them and I will address them the next time I do an episode of my vlog. I can't promise that I'll address every comment that's made, but I will do the best that I can. I would really like to say that there are things that make me happy about the world, about the situation around the world, economics, politics. There's so many different things different ways you can look at things. You can look at the positive side, you can look at the negative side. So I'll try to be approaching different subjects from different sides, but I'll have my own opinion as well. So what's going to be the first thing that I talk about on my vlog? Well, I thought about this long and hard, because there's so many different areas, there's so many different subjects out there that you can approach. You look at politics and what's going on around the world today. You look at the Republican wins that just happened across the nation that basically told the Democrats, look, you're doing an okay job, but we can do better. That depends on how you look at things. I'm not going to say I'm going to approach it from Democrat or Republican side. I'm just saying that we're going to talk about politics from time to time on here, and talk about religion, talk about what's going on in schools and education, what's going on in so many different areas. But I thought about it long and hard. There's so many different subjects out there that I want to approach. And since this is the very beginning of the year 2011, I think it's the dawning of a new era. You look back what happened during the holiday season. There's some analysts, there's some people out there, economists, that say that the recession is over, or it's slowly starting to be over. And so the money is going back into the economy. So the economies are starting to look a little bit better. Now that depends on how you look at things. If you look at the facts and figures that's out there, and especially the people that are still unemployed, not just here but around the world, it's really difficult to approach that in a positive manner to say, oh, the recession bubble's over. But that's not really what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about today, this is 2011. This is the very beginning. So what I want to talk about is accomplishments. What you can or you cannot do. And to make it more brief, to explain it a little bit better, I will be 43 years old this year. I have done a lot of things in my life that other people have not. And I've accomplished a lot of things. There's still a lot of things out there that I want to accomplish. Jack Nicholson and Morgan Freeman had a movie about the bucket list. So many different things that you still want to accomplish, I guess, before you kick the bucket. I think everybody, whether they actually admit it or not, actually has a bucket list, things they want to do with their life before they die. You know, they want to leave their mark on the world. And that's what I want to talk about. How are you going to leave your mark on the world? There's so many different ways that you as a human being can leave your mark. It doesn't have to be on an international level. It doesn't even have to be on a national level. But how are you going to impact the lives of the people around you, whether it be your son, your daughter, your husband, or your wife? What are you going to do to help them better themselves? What are you going to do to help better yourself? I hear so many people out there that are saying, well, I don't have the skills to do this, I don't have the skills to do that. You know what? There's so many opportunities out there. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you cannot accomplish anything. No matter what your educational level is, there's so many different things that you can do to not only improve yourself, but by attempting to improve yourself. And when you do that, other people around you see that you're really struggling to make it work, and that gives them motivation to make it work in their lives. You know, I'm not going to downplay college education, because I really want people to go out and get a college education. There's so much benefits to having a college education, but at the same time, if you're not in that position where you can go and get a college education, you can still make an impact on the people around you and the world. I mean, think about it. I mean, look at Bill Gates. Bill Gates dropped out of college, and look where he is today. So there's so many different people that dropped out of college and made an impact. Not saying I want people to go and start dropping out of college. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you can use the resources around you. You can start asking. You can start networking and make things happen for you in your life. Don't ever take the first answer that someone gives you. If someone says, oh, well, you can't do this because of blah, 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 that's bull. You can make it work. Anybody can make it work. Even the person living on the street, you can make it work. All it does is takes time, it takes effort, and you can make these things work for you and your benefit. Look at life from a positive side. What is it? There's the Broadway show, and there's the movies that come out talking about spam a lot, and talking about the Monty Python movies, and the one theme song that they always have, always look on the bright side of life. You know, that's kind of Hollywoodish. You know, you look at the different ways from Hollywood, and they see that their good guy always wins. Well, that's not real life, and I understand that, and I'm not saying look at it from the Hollywood side of life. I am saying look at the bright side of life. When you've got lemons, make lemonade. When you've got oranges, make orange juice. Always look at the bright side of life. You can make things work for you. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you cannot do something, because most of the time the people that are telling you that you cannot do something, look at their life. They probably haven't accomplished very much in their life either. And so they think that if they're going to be miserable, you need to be miserable with them. I'm telling you, don't let that affect you. When people tell you you can't do something, then you strive and you work harder to even make it better in your life. Because single mothers out there, there's so many single mothers out there that have children, and they're taking and they're working and they're going to school and they're making things happen in their life. So don't ever let someone tell you that you cannot do something. You can make it work in your life. And so that's the reason why I wanted to start this vlog. It's not, I'm just not going to come on here and I'm not going to, beat people up, and I'm not going to say bad things about stuff all the time. When I come on here, I'm going to talk about the pros and the cons of different issues that I think are affecting me and affecting other people around the world. Because I think that some of the other news agencies out there, and I'm not saying that I'm a news agency, but just I want to share my opinion with everyone around the world. But I think what happens is that a lot of these news agencies around the world, a lot of them, not all of them, but they share a one-sided point of view, and they try to bring these analysts and these experts on, and they talk about the pros and the cons of different things, but they lean one way or the other. I'm not saying Democrat or Republican, but I'm saying that most of the time, if you really listen to what they say in the context that they're saying it, they're saying things only to one side of you. It's good to listen to some of that because you get some ideas about what's going on in the world, but you have to take a lot of that information with a grain of salt. You do what you think is right for you and your family in the world today. There's so many fathers out there that gave up the opportunity to go to school because they wanted to work hard and they wanted to give their kids a better life than they have. And they've busted their butt. They get up every morning, they go and they pull a 10-hour shift or a 12-hour shift so that their kids can go to school and have a better life. I applaud them. Those are the real heroes in the world today. The single mother that's working and going to school and everything to better themselves for their kids, to have a better life, those are the heroes of everyday life. And those are the people that are not letting people tell them, oh, you can't do this, because they're telling them, you know what, I'm not listening to you. I'm doing what's right for me and what's right for my family. So those are the everyday heroes. I'm telling you, you have to look at them. Don't look at all these athletes and all these Hollywood people and everything, these Hollywood actors and movie stars and stuff. You know, some of them, not all of them, some of them are very good. They are good role models. They have lived a good life and they're really struggling to make it work. Some of them. But if you look at a lot of them, they either got drug problems, they're alcoholics, they're always in rehab. There's so many different things that they're involved in. Don't let your kids use them as role models. I mean, you don't use them as role models. You use the people, like I said, about the single mother and the father that's working their butts off to provide for their families and themselves. Those are the everyday heroes. Those are the people that are making the world a better place. So, I'm just starting this vlog because I think that we need to applaud them. We need to talk about the different issues from the real point of view, not just from what these news agencies tell you is the point of view. So, I want to give you probably the point of view that you're not going to hear on a lot of these news agencies. So what I'm telling you today, and my main point today is that you can make it work for you. It's a positive sign. It's the year 2011, and it's like I say, it's a dawning of a new era, and I think that we can really make things work, not just in the United States, but around the world. We can work on the economics, we can work on politics, we can work on religion. You know, everybody's dream is world peace. And I'm not going to say, this is not going to happen overnight. It's not. But we need to start working in that direction. You need to get with your politicians, you need to get with your religious leaders, you need to get with so many different people, and we can make this work. We can change this world around. I know we can. We just have to work together to make this work. Now, but like I said, the main theme of my show today was, or what I tried to make it was, is that you can make a difference in your own life and you can affect the people around you. So this is year 2011. Let's, you know, put on our boots. Let's go to work. Let's make this world a better place. Not just for you, not just for yourself, but for the entire world. So I applaud all those everyday heroes getting up and going to work and making things work for their families and for themselves. So I applaud you very much. And I want to leave you with one quote that I heard, and I cannot remember who said this, but the quote is, and I really love this, is that when you're at the bottom of the barrel, there's only one way to go, and that's up. So thank you everybody for watching me today.